Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at the Hellcat. This is a Patreon sponsored post. It was requested by Every Good Name Is Taken. The Hellcat, I absolutely love the Hellcat. I love the Hellcat. I think it's one of the best tier 6 TDs bar the Jagdpanzer IV. It's very underrated and you don't see enough of these because it's got literally no armor. People don't really like the tank, and it's a TD, but you really do not play it like a TD. If you're playing it like a TD, you're probably playing it wrong. So armor wise, as you can see, it's got nothing. The turret 76, but your hull is 13, so everyone is going to be able to penetrate you with HE. You do have to bear that in mind when you are coming up against those reds and making your decisions in the game as to what you want to do, where you want to go. So no armor, damage per minute 1,886. I mean, compare that to the Jagdpanzer IV, which has like 3,200. It's absolutely nothing. But in fact, the DPM is not bad. It's a 7-second reload, 7.2-second reload. The penetration is really good, 160 and 243 on your APCR, which is very good for a tier 6. And you have 45 of HE. You do 225 damage on your AP, 190 on your APCR, 270 on your HE. Aim time very good, 2.9, and the dispersion is very good at 0.317. And it does have a lovely 10 degrees of gun depression. And what makes this tank so good and not really a TD, 65 kilometers an hour. That is like Leopard 1 speed, Type 62 Dragon speed. It's quick as hell. Reverse 15. So all round, really good tank. The only downfall, the only thing I really hate about this tank is the turret traverse, 19.44. It just feels very slow. So equipment wise, if you want to know, I'm only running sort of the top 4. It's not a tank that I just play for fun. Unless you're grinding, it's not really a tank that you do just out and out play. So if I was to choose, I would definitely go for the improved assembly, which gives you more hit points. Definitely not worth doing the armor. I'd probably go for the improved control. I'd probably go for the vertical stabilizers as well. For the aim time, the accuracy is already really good, so I'd probably go for the aim time. And these last two, I wouldn't even bother. Provisions, we run the case of cola, which is a 10% crew, which I run on almost everything I can, and the same as the this cola, the can of cola. So that's 13% extra to your crew, which of course your damage per minute goes up almost. Let's have a look. So you've got 80, so it goes up over 100 damage per minute if you use them both. And then I use the improved fuel as well for the extra speed, which you don't really need, to be honest. It's quick enough. And obviously consumables, these are my standard, the multi-purpose, the adrenaline, and the repair kit. So let's get into some battles. So the first battle we are watching, Every Good Name Is Taken, the one who has requested this this video, and he's going to play absolutely brilliantly. He does get lucky, very lucky indeed, and he's going to go forward. And as you can see, these 3 battles that we're going to show you is all three of the battles is exactly how you should play the tank. But playing it as a light tank, I mean, you can play it as a light tank no problem whatsoever because it has such an amazing gun. But everybody's going to pen you except for that guy there. Everyone's going to pen you, almost everyone. So you've got to bear that in mind, and the decent players will switch to HE. So you've got to also bear that in mind, that you haven't got a lot of hit points because you're only tier 6, 850 hit points. It's only going to take a few shots. I mean, you could be one-shotted by KV2, SU-152, loads of tanks, smashers. So you do need to be very careful if you are going to play this as a sort of light medium tank. It's definitely not a tank to actually play as a TD. Maybe second line, let your mediums go, because you have an amazing gun that does really good damage, and it can really knock off their hit points if it's got good DPM. I mean, 7.2 seconds reload for 200 plus damage every time is not bad. It really isn't bad. So Be careful if you are going to play it as a medium. Definitely look at the minimap to see where those big heavy tanks are with the 152. Not just them, you've got Emils, you've got tanks that do big damage, even like KV-1Ss and ISs. You're going to come up against tier 7s with the 400 alphas. You do need to be careful of them. So every good name's taken is playing it as a medium. He's at the moment, he's frontline, as front as anyone else, literally as front as anyone else, and he's lost all of his hit points and he's only down now to 230. And there's a lot of red tanks. There is a lot of red tanks around his area. However, there is an AMX 12T on his team, which they are going to focus him. A lovely bit of auto aim there. He is playing on PC, so some of these shots, it's just like you would never get that on mobile. So he's still doing damage. I mean, he's already done 1700 damage, but there's only 3 tanks left alive, and I think now's the time to get the hell out of there. Even though there's only there's one tank behind him that is a one shot, but there is a couple more that has a little bit more hit points. But he's gone around, he's took out the Chaffee, he's gone to help his other teammates. He does need to be careful of this AMX 12T who gets one shot. Nice shot there. The AMX misses his second shot, and I think he's going to miss his third shot unless he's already shot it. I think he's actually there we go. He misses his third shot. What a donut. What a donut. And that's the best thing about the Hellcat. That is the best thing about the Hellcat, because of the speed. Yes, it's got no armor, but you can really dodge those shots, because if you're just flanking around and someone's trying to aim at you going 65 kilometers an hour, it's still a difficult target to hit. At any tank that is going 65 kilometers an hour is a difficult tank to hit. So he's somehow managed to stay alive with 85 hit points, so he is a one shot to any of the last 2 remaining tanks, and he's on 2 kills, 2100 damage, and he just needs to stay alive. The Victory takes out the 36. The Sherman, he can clear him if he does a high roll, but he's not got a high roll loaded, so he is going to need to take 2 shots, and he does leave him on 21 hit points. He's not taking any chances. He is backing up. Here comes the Victory. Nope, the Victory doesn't want to come out, and now he is going to aim, and he's going to take out the Sherman Firefly for his 3rd kill, leaving just this T-34-85 Victory. Now, doesn't want to go over. They are both a one shot, so he's going to try and go around. As I've said, it's got a nice 10 degrees of gun depression, and he does manage to get over that hill and take him out for his 4th kill. So he ends that game on 2,539 damage. Not bad. 1,050 base XP. A very, very good game. However, I'm still disappointed with every good name is taken. And I'm not just disappointed with him, I'm also disappointed with Help I'm a Bug here, also driving the Hellcat. And I will tell you why after this game. Now, this is probably one of the best, not the best, but it's one of the best Platoon games I've seen in a very, very long time. Now, he's in a platoon with Wardonk, and he is also in the Hellcat. So they're running double Hellcats, and it is Canyon, and they've both gone to the middle. Now, what this battle, what makes this so good is their focus firing, and this is how you should platoon. This is a perfect example how you should platoon. I've been in and I've seen so many platoons that just, there is no reason why they're in a platoon, because they just play their own game, and it's just like, dude, are you going to come and help me? Or it's just like, what are you doing? If you're going to play on your own, go play on your own. You don't need me to platoon with you. So these two here play absolutely fantastic. They completely carry in the double Hellcat. It is a top tier game. I mean, bottom tier game, so they are bottom tier, and they are up against a couple. There's only 2 tier 7s, but these tier 7s are still decent tier 7s that can not one shot, but there's a Dracula, I mean, and there's a KV2 there that can one shot him. But as I've said, they are playing also like medium tanks, and look at that, the Jackson, they're focus firing. I don't know if they're on voice or not, or if they're just platooning, and they can just see where each other's going. And I love that, when you don't know where you're sort of focusing on your own game, shooting the tank, and all of a sudden that tank gets a double shot, and it just feels great that you and your platoon mate can work like that. Like, I have it with Bob DeClusat when we used to play together. It's like, we just know what tank each other is going to shoot. It's just really, really good when it does work out like that. Doesn't always work out like that, but these two are a prime example how to really, really play well in a platoon. So his teammate in the Hellcat has 1 kill. Here comes the SU-152, who has just taken out the VK-30, so he is now on a long reload. And Wardonk decides to flank around, and that is a very good decision because he's going to take the attention. He is going to take the Dracula out, and it makes the SU-152 push forward. Now, he does have to be very careful because he is one shot, but the SU misses his shot, which now allows Hellhammer Bug to probably reload twice. He's not going to take any chances. He is going to go up, and his teammate is going to come in for the kill for his 3rd kill. Can he get a Raz? Who knows? Let's find out. So it is now 4 against 4. The KV2 has just taken out the VK. So 1 shot in the KV2. He does get shot from the Kuro there, so he does need to be careful. Here comes the AC Sentinel, which is the only medium tank left on the team. So I would definitely go for him. We still need to find the TD though, and at the moment the TD isn't spotted, and we have no idea where this TD is. There he is, the Dickermax at the back there. So Hellhammer Bug is now going to rush the Sentinel. He's a great time in there, and to be honest, he may have just taken his platoon mate's Raz, but when it's a 4-on-4, you can't take any chances. You can't just leave kills, because I've done it before where I've left kills for my platoon mate to get a Raz, and we've ended up losing. So as you can see there, the Kuro double tapped him and his teammate double tap, and it's now 3 against 3. The KV2 has just shot, so they've got time. It only takes 1 shot each if they focus fire to kill this KV2. Hellhammer Bug is on 2,600 damage. He's on 2,600 damage. He's lost half of his hit points, but he's playing it like a medium tank. He's on the hill here in the canyon. He was spotting the tanks. He was using the gun depression to get damage on all the enemy that pushed as well, and he's only lost half of his hit points playing front line, which is a very, very good job. The Dickermax tried running away, didn't work, and he gets his 2nd kill. So it's just 3 against 2. There is the KV2, and unfortunately the KV2 is a 1 shot, but with the no armor on this tank, he is going to poke out. He's going to try and get the kill, but unfortunately he does get the kill, but the KV2 kills him as well. So now it is just 2 versus 1. So we're going to go back to another Hellcat, which is Wardonk, and it's just 2 tanks. His other teammate is absolutely doing nothing, so he does need to be careful because he's also a 2 shot, and it's going to take 2 shots to kill this Kuro Moni. Nice shot there. The Kuro wasn't looking, and now he can be a little bit more aggressive if he wants to, and he can go in. He is going to miss this next shot. He's going to bounce this next shot, which allows the Kuro to get a bit of time to come out, and he is going to get shot, which now means he has to kill him, which is exactly what he does. So very, very good game. Very good platoon game there. 3,000 damage in the Hellcat, 3 kills, and his platoon mate gets 1,500 damage with 4 kills. 7 kills between them in a double Hellcat. Very, very well played. Thank you, Josh, for sending me that in. Perfect timing to send me a Hellcat video as I'm reviewing the Hellcat. Next up, it's myself, and the reason I was disappointed with both of them is because they're driving a Hellcat. Why the hell haven't they got the cat ammo, the cat camo? Now, the cat camo absolutely looks disgusting, but if you're driving a Hellcat, surely using the cat camo is the best camo for the tank. So I'm the only one that's rocking the camo. It looks absolutely stupid, but it is a Hellcat with a cat camo, so it's just, you know, you have to do it. So we're going to push forward, and again, as you can see, we're not playing it as a TD. We're not sitting at the tracks. We do make a mistake there, and we just spent too much time trying to get that HE shot, and we didn't even get the shot anyway. We only splashed him for 100 damage, and it's against Chaffee, which has fantastic DPM. So that was a bit of a mistake on my behalf. I did lose hit points that I didn't really need to do. Didn't take my time there on the Chaffee, and we did miss that shot, which means we're going to get a shot again. And what I've noticed also about this tank is the accuracy on the move. You can really do shots whilst you're on the move, and it's going to pen and it's going to hit a lot of the time, and it has for me. It's most of the time that I've been moving and I've been aiming at a tank, I have managed to hit them. So it feels really good in that aspect, and it's 65 kilometers an hour. So if you're going really quick, it's just like a rush past, bang, and then you can just get the hell out of there. So I do like the tank because of the speed, and I don't mind tanks because of the armor. I actually prefer tanks with no armor, because it makes you think about what you need to do and how you need to play. So as I've said at the beginning, the only downfall about this tank is, even though it's so quick, you are really unable to circle the heavy tanks that are really slow, because your traverse is just so slow. You can get around the tank really quickly, but your turret is going to take 10 minutes to actually turn to face the tank. So that is the only downfall for me with this tank. I mean, no armor, no problem. You just play to that. You just play. I mean, you're not just going to rush into a KV2, let him face you and one-shot you. You're going to play it a bit differently. You're going to have cover. You're going to have teammates with you, and you can use the 10 degrees of gun depression really well and do 250 or so damage. It is very good, and that is what I love about this tank. And I just think if they did give it more traverse, I do actually think this will be one of the best tanks in tier 6. So it's quite balanced at the minute. I mean, it's definitely not OP. It really is not OP. I'm not afraid when I come up against Hellcats, but I didn't actually realize it was so good until my Patreon requested this video. I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go and play it. And actually, I'm really enjoying the tank. So I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Nice little ace there from myself as well. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy69, and I will catch you the next time. And buy the Hellcat, guys. It really is a fun tank to play. See ya.